G'day legends and welcome to the very first episode of That's Slot Car News and Updates here in Melbourne, Australia. Yes, I'm alive and well. We arrived about a week and a half ago and we'll talk about that in a tick. But a massive thank you to you for tuning in regularly and a very big thank you to the official news sponsor, THATSLOTCARGUYOZ, for supporting the news. Talking about news, let's get stuck into it. So welcome back legends, I am in Melbourne, Australia, my hometown, and as you can see I'm in a new space which we'll talk about that in a tick. But I do want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has supported the channel whilst it has been off. I haven't been on for about a week and a half, and a very big thank you to Pendlestock because they have stuck around with me even though the transition has been a little bit longer than I expected. Quick update on what's happened. We have moved from Austria to Australia, the country with the kangaroos, and in that time I had to buy furniture. We've moved into a new house. I had to buy a real car for the family, get the internet connected, and some more stuff is coming as we are going. But now that I've got the internet, I've got a room to do some stuff, we're back on the channel. Talking about this room, I will upload a video on the channel just giving you a quick overlook of it. We are here until March 2024 and then we're back in the slot shed, so very exciting. But I have got some plans for in here, so stay tuned for that video coming up very, very soon. But let's get stuck into some news and we'll kick off with Pendle Slot first, and they're showing us some scale auto cars, the Formula 1990 to 1997, the generic car that wears some very beautiful liveries. We have two cars here, number 5 and number 6. I'm a big fan of the Formula series, as you know. It's a winner for me. Yes, a generic car, but I like how we've seen some pretty familiar liveries on that one. And moving on to the Honda NSX, we have 5 choices here. You're going to find a colour you like out of this bunch. Big fan of this. I think the colours do look really, really nice, and these are available from Pendle Slot by Scale Auto. Moving on to a Revo slot, they're showing 3 incredible Porsche 911 GT2s. Now, I'm a huge fan of Porsche. If you do watch the channel, you know I love Porsche. My pick of the bunch is the white and pink, which is the Blaupunkt livery. A bit of German back in Australia. It's a bit weird, but they are showing these on the Pendle Slots website. Big fan of Revo slot, metal chassis, different to the norm, plastic or printed chassis. So if you haven't had a Revo slot before, this might be the choice for you. And the Opel Kadett, the GTE x3. Again, we've got a couple of liveries here to choose out of. My favourite is the 404. One of the big reasons I like this one, it has got the big wing on the back, and I do like a green looking car. So there you go, Revo slot, again part of the BRE family. This is the 132 scale, and we know that Datsun 510 is coming, and here are the liveries. We knew these were going to be the liveries. I'm not surprised, but I'm excited. But what's your thoughts on this one? JDM is now the trend. We've got some 510s, we've got some 240s coming. It's very exciting news for JDM fans. Next on to Fly, they've announced the 250M cars. Fly do make some very beautiful cars. These look really good. Car 19, 21 and 17. 19 and 21 are from Le Mans 1968, and car number 17 is from Le Mans 1969. So some more news there from Pendle. Moving on to Carrera, the team from Austria have posted an incredible pic of 3 cars that are in one of their sets, the Retro Grand Prix set. Really cool looking set this, I like all 3 cars. My pick of the bunch is the Porsche, of course, but if you are wanting to go digital racing, this is a good way to get into it with 3 very beautiful cars. And well done to the social media team, really like this pic. And I do miss the guys from Carrera. Next up we have Scalextric, the social media team showing off the Lotus Esprit on track. Really looks cool, this car. We have seen some Lotus Esprits from them, so you do know what you are getting. I'm a huge fan of Lotus. We don't see too many Lotuses, I don't believe, in the slot car world, and Scalextric keep on producing some beauties. And Pendle have sent me, I believe, some shots we haven't seen yet of the internals of the Land Rover. So if you are wanting to know what the Land Rover is going to look like on the inside, well, here it is, and a massive thank you to the team at Pendle who do get me some sneaky shots from time to time. So there you go, some news from Scalextric. So next up we have Advanced Slot sharing the mould of the new Mitsubishi Galant VR4. I cannot wait to see this thing being pumped out. I'm a huge fan of JDM. I'm a big fan of the Mitsubishi Galant VR4. We had them here in Australia and it's a retro car. So I do like my 80s and 90s. So there you go, it is coming, there's the mold, and we can't wait to see this thing pumping out many Galant VR4s. And keeping with the JDM theme, slotted with the R32 GTR from Spa 1991, the Zexel livery. I may have sent this livery to a couple other companies as well that do a GTR, because I do want to see this done as many times as I can. I'm a huge fan of this car. I had an R32 Skyline when I was younger, so I do have a soft spot for the GTR. There you go, a prototype shot from slotted of the Zexel GTR R32. And jumping over to Hobby Classics, I do take a watch these legends. They make some weird and wonderful stuff. They're always doing something. And here we have the Team Radiola Renault 5 and 11. I believe this is the Renault 5 and the Renault 11 twin pack. It's only available from Hobby Classics, but you've also got the Renault 11 on its own too, which is beautifully packaged. They do a really good job at Hobby Classics. So I do say, check out their website, keep an eye on them, they are pumping out some goodies. So the Renault 5 and Renault 11 twin pack and the Renault 11 by itself. And an update from Full Earth, we're up to version 3, I believe, on the steerable front end. Let's call it futuristic F1 car. I do have the original prototype here, which I will be taking to a local track to do some testing. This is version 3 now. Will we see version 3 in Australia? I'm not sure, watch this space, but Full Earth has been giving me a lot of updates. It's really exciting to see, I guess, I wouldn't say an outsider, but an independent person making a car that they believe should perform really well. So I'm looking forward to see the revisions that they've got over the V1 versus the V3. But what's your thoughts on this one? Are you excited to see it? And will we see the V3 in Australia? So let's check out some slot car goodies, and we'll kick off with Star Slot Cars UK with some of their shoes on the Nissan 240 from Advanced Lot. Love this car. We've known about it for a while. It looks awesome with some new rims on it. It looks awesome in my opinion without the rims, but I think Star Slot Cars UK's rims make it look that extra special. So check them out. I do have a box of their rims here. You will see some wheel swaps coming up on the channel. I actually had them with me. They're not in the container. I put them in my luggage so I can do some wheel swaps in between my container arriving with all my slot car goodies. There you go, some shoes from Advanced Lot. No, Star Slot. So next, a little bit of world slot car news, and Scale Auto has released another monster track in the wild. This is at Barcelona. They do it big in Europe, and it's good to see that their track is getting some love. So there you go, if you are wanting to test out a pro track from Scale Auto, or if you fly over to Barcelona, you can jump on this monster. And this weekend we have a massive race in Australia hosted by Slot Shops. It is the NSR Aussie Nationals. It is going to be a big one. Now jump over and check out their Facebook page. They do have a live link on the YouTube channel to live stream the race. So go give it some love. If you do want to see how some of the racing happens down under, well, they have the link. I will try and link it below, and during the weekend I will put it onto our Facebook page and try and get as many people watching as we can. But good luck to everyone at the NSR Aussie Nats, and hopefully next year I can make it along. So that's a wrap on today's episode of That Slot Car News and Updates, the very first one in Melbourne, Australia. I am slowly settling in. Again, sorry for the rawness. We've been through that many rooms and that many setups together. You're probably used to it now, but you will see this room change. I have uploaded a small video, or will be uploading a small video, just talking you through some of the ideas of this space. It's actually not a bad little space. And of course, the channel will now kick off back to normal. Now, apologies for the time. I am 16 hours in front of America. I'm 9 or 8 hours in front of Europe. So I've got to sort of figure out the timer and to release the videos to best suit everyone. So bear with me on that, but I will try and release videos regularly as I was. And I have been buying stuff. So I do have an unboxing to do. I've had some stuff sent to me. We're getting back into the swing of it. And I do have to go visit some tracks, some locally and some not too far away. One might be outlaw tracks. I'm going to see if I can go visit them next week. But as always, at That Slot Car Guy on Instagram and YouTube, the That Slot Car Guy special Bower is in the making. I have a big update on that one next week. We've made some little adjustments, but very excited to share that with you. But be safe, take care, support your local. Bye!